what's going on, everybody? It's time for another wonderful episode of the Bill
Bert
Podcast. All right.
Yeah.
We got a guest.
What's up?
We got a guest. This guy's one of my favorite fucking stand-up comedians. One of the most original, darkest, craziest people on stage. It does some of the best impressions. I'm giving you an intro. You're going to be like, how do I follow this? Please welcome the absolutely brilliant Jeff Richards.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bill. Thank you, Bert. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Dude, I still remember a bit you did. I forget quite how it goes, but we were working together in Brea, and you were talking about people putting babies in crawl spaces after they killed them, and you said something like, "Where are they going to stick them next?" And you said something absolutely ridiculous, and then you just looked at the crowd, were like you made a great point, and they didn't know how to handle it. I was in the fucking back crying. It'd be help if I remember the punchline. But
I don't remember.
Oh, you know, you reminded me of that chick with the big square head that fucking acts like she's a lawyer. Maybe she used to be one, but now she's on TV. It's not Judge Judy. She doesn't even do a judge show. She's like an ambulance chaser. She acts like she's trying to help people out. But
are you? I know who you're talking about. Who?
Paula?
No, what's the lady's name?
Grace.
Andrea Grace. Yeah.
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy Grace. Right. I remember that. It was wasn't it something about a suitcase too, with like you're gonna go to the trouble to chop up a body, but you don't yank the teeth out. You don't get rid of the fillings. You go to all that length of something like that. This started off real dark.
No, but this is exactly what it was, though. You were fucking talking about this shit like you were just shooting the breeze about putting a deck on your house, and you were talking about the darkest shit. And then you did like this Nancy Grace look in the end of it, and they were staring at you. Yeah, that was it. And I fucking was crying. And your commitment and the characters and shit, like, it is a fucking travesty that not more people know when this stupid pandemic is over to go out and go see Jeff Richards live. If you really want something different.
You are absolutely
super talented. This is the guy you got to see.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
How do you come up with a bit? I'm just curious. I remember seeing you one time about to go up in the belly room, and you were in a complete, I think, blue and gold leotard. And I was like, wait, what the fuck's Jeff doing? And they're like, oh, he's trying to figure something out tonight. And I was like, oh, I just put my shirt off. Fuck.
Yeah, no, that's the music stuff. That's like having fun with the music and, smoking a little weed before you go up there and just letting loose. Yeah.
We did a thing one time. He was Tom Petty for like an hour. I sat and I played drums on a song or two.
Yeah.
And he would go up there and he would just sing the song. But before the song, he would do some story about how he came up with the song. And it was the most darkest, twisted shit ever. And then he'd go into this huge hit that everyone wanted to hear while they had to shake off the story. Like he'd get into like getting touched by a relative. And then all of a sudden we would be playing like Refugee.
Yeah, Don't Do Me Like That.
Oh, Don't Do Me Like That. That was the one I played on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm fucking all your jokes up. Yeah, and he was talking about how he got diddled. My dad was a great guy. He took me out fishing and up. One day out of nowhere.
We were sitting there on the couch, and I didn't really know what was going on. Anyway, let's hear Don't Do Me Like That. Here we go. Show me Don't Do Me Like That.
I just did his podcast. That's my favorite thing ever. The Louis Anderson point. Show it when he looks at.
Show me baloney. Show me croissant.
Can you please say it's time for the feud?
You guys ready to play the feud? Top 5 bands on the board. We serve it. Show me water. I'm dying. You ever do that? You ever do that?
What?
Yeah.
What have you been doing during the pandemic? You started this podcast. What the fuck is going on with my microphone? Saying that it changed to a Yeti. Nano, fine. What do I do here?
Good. Bottom left.
Did it come off? There you go. I just literally yelled that only I could see. Nope, there it is. Your default microphone has changed to MacBook Pro microphone. What do I want to do here, Andrew?
You sound fine.
It did click back and forth. I don't know. Keep it set it as the Yeti. I don't know. Is it your microphone? Is the input on the?
No, the microphone's charged. The Yeti's gone.
No, it's plugged.
That's so funny. Mine just did the same thing.
What?
Is somebody hacking in here? Where are you? You in the corners?
Yeah, just.
Oh no. Let's just keep going. Fuck it.
Yeah, you sound good, Bill.
Okay. All right. Sorry. What have you been doing during this this pandemic, Jeff?
Just my show, just the podcast, making these deep fakes and just banging one out we're going to go to one every 2 weeks. We were doing once a week. Is a little much getting everything together, but yeah, just trying to do a new impression.
How long does it take you to? How long does that take you to come? Well, yeah, you got to give yourself time to come up with the impression, right?
Yeah, I got to figure out, the pairing of which impression with the guest, which a good one, like you and Louis was good, I thought, because I could diffuse you as Louis a little bit, just trying to pick ones that kind of spar well together, Yeah. Hi,
What's
Bill.
your favorite impression to do right now?
Oh, I like doing, I always like doing Letterman. I always like, nice to say it. You would hope at some point, I don't know how. There's a certain definability that isn't quite an apple, isn't quite a banana.
I feel like a child. Whenever I hear an impression, I'm always like, wait, how do you start it? Like, how do you take me through the coming up with an impression? Because I've always felt like I could do Notorious B.I.G. singing well, but I could never do an impression.
Yeah, I think you just have to have a feeling about that person, something in you that makes you kind of want to mock them a little bit, something that I kind of see what this guy is a little bit, and kind of go from there. Like Robert Downey Jr. was like that for me. He always sounded like a surfer from Southern California, just in general, And it's like, hang ten, cowabunga, dude. This is what it is, it's like surfing's like a metaphor for it's like masochism. It's like, like neo-Nazi, Vancouver, post pineapple vibes.
That's great.
Just kind of where it's just fun to get into it. Like I always like Jimmy Fallon is fun. It's so cool, That's the coolest thing in the world. Yeah, I found a paperclip yesterday, You know what I mean? I found a paperclip, I found a little piece of twisted metal, When I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, no way.
God damn
Do
it.
you just sit at home and you just start doing them? Because I can imitate somebody if I work with them, but I had to spend 40 hours a week with them. And then it was really just everybody's impression of the guy and then just exaggerating a few things. But I've never been able to I can do impressions of people's impressions.
Yeah.
I do a little bit of a Ray Romano, but it was only after I heard this guy, Rob Magnotti, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once they do it, it's just like,
Crack the code.
Yeah, there was a guy, Jim Lauletta in Boston, did the best fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because he just didn't do the low. He had that lower register of him just talking when he was being firm, and everybody was all about that. He wouldn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
Craig Gass was the only guy I could see do Pacino post 90s Pacino talking.
Right.
Like that gravelly sort of the cadence that he got into.
Yeah.
The way he would do it, everybody sort of does the hacky version of it. He actually literally sounded like him, and you have like that gift. Is that something you're just born with it?
I guess, yeah, a little bit. It's like getting the tone, right? You're talking like getting kind of like that that impression that people haven't seen yet, like like Hoffman,
Yeah.
like Dustin Hoffman. Is just
Oh, can you do your Hoffman?
there was a long hallway. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know. So we tried to open the different doors, but they wouldn't open. Nobody had a key. So we couldn't open the doors. So we had to go back out. We had to wait for a while. Don't tell me what you know. Don't know what I know. Don't look at me like that. Yeah.
Fucking great.
How the fuck do you do? So are you just watching? You just noticed? I never noticed he shook his head when he.
Or the lips one is what gets
Oh, that
me.
little thing. Yeah, that little.
It's just it is what it is. Yeah. I want some cotton candy, but you can't just get cotton candy. You can't just buy cotton candy. You gotta know a guy. Yeah. You gotta know a cotton candy guy. It's just fun,
Fucking insane, man.
Do you notice that there are guys that catch other people's cracking the code and then they steal the code cracker?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's hard to prove, right? But I don't know. Yeah, maybe
What's your favorite
sometimes.
obscure one? What's your favorite obscure
I
one?
like doing Willem Dafoe.
Oh
my God! How do you even do that?
Okay, I just want to ask you a few questions. So, what do you like to do for fun? I do it out of Willem Dafoe from American Psycho. He's a detective.
Yeah.
He's like, so, what do you got to eat? And then Patrick Bateman, Christian Bale's like, Lucy's, the Sky Room, Johnny's. Don't you already know all this? And he goes, I just wanted to know if you knew.
So you just sit at home and can do the whole fucking movie?
No, there's certain ones like speak to me more. Certain ones grow on me, certain ones are in my wheelhouse. I can't do everybody. Just certain ones kind of come in. Like David Attenborough.
Well, I don't even. Okay, I know who that is now.
A snowfinch. A mercurial creature, and still not yet born. Oh. This tiny speck of dirt is not just a speck of dirt. Inside are mustard spiders. Millions of them. I don't know this.
Guys, when were you on SNL?
01 to 04.
01 to 04. And how much did they use you?
I was in pretty good for, first few years, not all the time, but, update a lot.
Because I would just think that you like that's they could just write anything and then we'll stick Willem Dafoe in it. I always felt like the impression guys had the best shot at getting on that show.
Yeah, and that is what got me on, I think. I got to do a bunch of different ones. I would read one at the read through, and so the table can maybe kind of hear it for maybe next time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would kind of put me in different sketches.
So you were in at the height of Will Ferrell, or he was on his way out, then Bill Hader and those guys came in?
Yeah, Will Ferrell's last year was my first year.
Wow.
I remember.
What was that like being on the show with him, man? That guy's just the king.
Oh, it was great just to watch how he behaved and how funny he was and cool. And yeah, he was a great guy to mirror or try to mirror a little bit,
Would he crush it at those table reads?
Oh yeah.
Who can you do impressions of the people you were on SNL with?
I could do Daryl a little bit.
Daryl Hammond's interesting.
You know, it's like a whole thing. You know, the mafia was for years. They had wild embargoes and these weird parties, and you know, it's kind of weird because I think stand up is, you know, I don't know what's happening with it. No, but seriously, it's like, you know, the Gotti family was for years trying to infiltrate, you know, these massive extinctions of propaganda. I don't know if that sounds anything like him, by the way. But
No, it has his essence though.
essence a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if the voice quite sounded like on that one,
No.
but the essence of it is there. That
Yeah.
reminds me of the first time I saw him doing
Who
stand
do
up.
you like? Who do you like that does impressions? Like, who do you go, man, that guy fucking kills it?
Josh Robert Thompson, Evan Ferrante does an amazing Tom Cruise. There's a lot of guys out there. Obviously Kyle Dunnigan is great, and
Oh God, Kyle's
Frank Caliendo, and yeah.
what was the one that the most recent one that was just so I would think with amongst impressionists, the obscurity / level of difficulty, sort of uncharted waters of people that you've seen. Anything stick out that you just saw somebody doing with like, oh my God?
Oh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, Dunnigan's always surprising me. You know, he's always doing so many new. His Biden, I thought was just fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
You know, just to do something different with it, and you know,
I loved his Ray Liotta.
yeah, Israeli was awesome.
They quit fucking smoking with Chantix.
Yeah. Chance with the cigarette going in and out of it.
Yeah, going in and out. He's smoking while he's doing it. I ain't fucking saying, well, fucking green screen it out.
Yeah. Come on, Kevin.
Massive
do you see when someone cracks the code, do you go, fuck, it was the lip? And you're like, shit, it was right there. Or do you go, oh, they missed it?
Yeah, it just depends on what impression it is. If it's like, if it's been, how much it's been done, and how you feel about it yourself, what you can do with it, like as far as making it funny. I don't know. Just depends. Just depends. I need to try. I want to try to do Biden. I got to figure out how to do Biden. So that's answers your question. Up against that, like everyone's version of them. But I just watch interviews, and I just like watching interviews are the best, you know, to try to get down an impression.
Yeah.
Wow, you know what's weird is just how like that I'm always amazed at like when somebody's president and then they're not president. Like they go away like a fucking boy band.
Yeah.
Except for Bill Clinton. That guy just, you know, he's a hound. So he's always sniffing around the parties, right? But like everybody else, it's just like I think I've seen George W. Bush like 3 times since he was president.
Yeah.
And one time because he was hanging out with Ellen. Like
Yeah.
they just go into the ether.
Yeah.
And it's just like you are so like maybe like burnt out. And just the level of fucking fame that is. And then no matter what you do, 50% of the country thinks you have your fucking head up your ass.
Yeah.
It's got to be the craziest gig. Aging the way that they age and all of that stuff. I was just thinking of that. You know, we said Biden. It was the first time I thought of Trump in a while, you know, whatever, since he left. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think he goes in the ether?
Trump?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
I think that would be so fucking cool if he did that.
What do you mean goes out in the ether? What do you mean?
Just never tweeted again. I know they kicked him off Twitter, right?
Oh. Yeah.
Like you just never heard from him again. And I swear to God, and I'm fucking talking even CNN, after a while, the curiosity factor would get to them and they would want to go talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Like how, like they always, no matter how, like whatever disgraced you are, whatever, if you just shut the fuck up for a good 10, 12 years, people will come, were we fair to him? And they'll come back around. So what are you trying to do? Are
Yeah.
you trying to put your life back together?
Yeah. Was the timeout long enough?
Yeah. It'd be funny to see him sit down with that, was it Rachel Meadows? The one who cried when he got elected.
Rachel,
Which was really a low point in journalism. I always bring that up. It's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. There's no crying on the fucking news. Sorry. Anyway.
Hey, do you have this is going to sound super obscure. Do you have impressions of people we don't know that like you grew up with that are really funny? Like you have to have impressions of like, oh, this is like, because like for us, I'll do an impression of Brody. And my daughters did an impression of Brody one time.
Yeah.
To someone that didn't know who Brody was because Brody used to live by us. So if we
Yeah.
ever cross the street, where his Starbucks was, my daughters would always go, Dad, Brody Stevens. And someone heard their impression of Brody and goes, who's that? And they go, it's a comedian. You wouldn't know. And they're like, no, it's fun. It's like if you did an impression of Ian Bagg, it's still funny, even not knowing Ian Bagg, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like Francisco Ramos.
Yeah.
You guys know Francisco?
Yes.
My tongue is too big for my mouth. My name is Francisco Ramos. My tongue is too big for my mouth. All the girls like me. They all dig me. I'm supposed to go up next. I don't know if...
So, anyways.
Okay. Relief band, everybody. Did you know that a third of Americans regularly suffer from nausea? A third. What is that? 350 million people? That's like 100 million people.
A lot of people, I get it sometimes, Bill. Sometimes when I'm driving in the backseat of a van and I can't see the front dashboard and stuff, I get nauseous.
Why do you think it's bad, and what do you think causes it, Bert?
I think because I get disoriented, and then all of a sudden I feel like I have blinders on, and I can't see the horizon.
Yeah, and the last thing you want to do is puke on somebody you love or a stranger. Because these are somebody you love, they're in your life, and you can apologize to them down the road. Somebody puked on me in a bus one time. Actually hit the woman in front of me, and it ricocheted off of her and hit my leg and my luggage. I was on my way to do a gig in Minnesota. I had to throw out the luggage. But anyways, that's why I'm so excited about our new partner, Relief Band. Hey, who wants to puke? Nobody. Who wants to feel like they're going to puke? Nobody. Relief Band is the #1 FDA-cleared anti-nausea wristband that has been clinically proven to quickly relieve and effectively prevent nausea and vomiting, which is great if you fly on planes like me. I don't want some puker sitting next to me, right? Take this shit. Associated with motion sickness, anxiety, migraine, hangover, morning sickness, chemotherapy, and so much more. The product is 100% drug-free, non-drowsy, and provides all-natural relief with 0 side effects. How do you beat that? For as long as it's as long as needed. The technology was originally developed over 20 years ago in hospitals to relieve nausea from patients, but now through Relief Band, it's available to the masses.
Wow.
How it works, yeah, it's amazing. How it works is Relief Band stimulates a nerve in the wrist that travels to the part of the brain that controls nausea. Then it blocks the signal your brain is sending to your stomach, telling you that you are sick. Relief Band is the only over-the-counter wearable device that has been used in hospitals and oncology clinics to treat nausea and vomiting. This year, ensure nausea is never the reason to miss out on life's important moments. Hey, you don't want to puke at your buddy's wedding. Right now, Relief Band has an exclusive offer just for Bill Bert listeners. If you go to reliefband.com, RELIEF, band.com, for all you guys who went to public schools like me, and use the promo code BillBert, you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping and a no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee. So head to Relief Band, RELIEFBAND.com, and use the promo code BillBert for 20% off. And you can lose that nauseous feeling.
How did you choose the internet provider you use? The sad thing is most of us have very little choice because ISPs operate like monopolies in the regions they serve. Then they use this monopoly power to take advantage of customers, data caps, streaming throttles, the list goes on. It does. But worst of all, many ISPs log your internet activity and sell that data to other big tech companies or advertisers. To prevent ISPs from seeing my internet activity, I protect all my devices with ExpressVPN. What is ExpressVPN? It's a simple app for your computer or smartphone that encrypts all your network data and tunnels it through a secure VPN server so that ISPs cannot see any of your activity. Just think about how much of your life is on the internet. Sadly, every site you visit, video you watch, message you sent gets tracked by ISPs or other giant tech giants who then can sell your information for a profit. That's the reason I recommend ExpressVPN as the best way to hide your online activity from your ISP. Just download the app, tap one button on your device, and you're protected. And ExpressVPN does all of this without slowing your connection. That's why it's the #1 rated VPN service by CNET and Wired.
Can you do an impression of Rogan?
I tried to do Rogan. It's not easy. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't really. Okay. Here's the thing. All right, dude. All right. Okay.
So that's how it starts. So you start with that little seed of like a cadence, not even words.
Yeah. It starts out with that. That's the bottom layer.
And then there's the good crack is like he always takes a like he'll always
okay. All right. Okay. It's far off.
Yeah.
But this is building the skeleton.
Yeah, you build the skeleton that way.
Yeah.
So if you just watched him for like how long? A couple of weeks, you could have something.
I have something for you. I could bring something back to you.
I'm not trying to add to your workload here, man. I was just curious.
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If I had to do it, like that's how I did one Bill O'Reilly once on SNL, and that was like, can you learn this? And then I did learn it.
Really?
It can't happen. Yeah.
How long did you have to learn it? The week?
Yeah, I'll just no specific time. Just like try to get this down. If try to see if you can do this one, but I got it pretty quick.
So is there someone you can't crack? Like where you go, I've been trying forever and I just can't get that guy.
I don't know. I need to be more aggressive about, like Breaking Bad, like Jesse Pinkman. That one took a little while. If
you do a little Jesse?
Right, bitch. Right. I don't care what you know. All right, bitch. Don't tell me what I need to know. Okay, bitch. Right. I don't even care. Okay. All right, bitch. I don't know.
Do you remember a long time ago, fucking 30-something years ago, I worked in a warehouse and we had an impression of everybody down in the warehouse, people we had never even talked to out in the suit area, what we just thought. And then we built backstories. I never even realized it, but like some of those guys that I worked with could have been comedy writers. One of the guys really had a good ear and he came up with this impression of this guy and we all started doing it. He had this weird way of talking. Like you call his name and he'd go, yeah, what? Hey, it's a job. So we started talking like that. And his whole backstory was he was a Vietnam vet rapist. And we used to sing, I swear to God, we would sing, listen, you could do this at work. We would sing along to the radio, changing the lyrics, making it rhyme, singing about his rapes in Vietnam. At the top of our fucking lungs, loading and unloading trucks.
How old are you?
Like 19, 20.
Wow.
I remember he was like 6'6", and one day I pissed him off, and he fucking threw a punch. And dude, like I thought he was too far away. He was so fucking tall, it just kept coming. And at the last second, I went, oh, shit. He fucking punched me right in the back of the head.
Fuck.
Dude, there was like, I swear, there was like a person in a workstation between me and him, and all he did was lean forward. I remember he had the keys, and he had like that one of those fucking little exact one of those quick knives. He had that on his fucking hip, and he had enough. It was right around Christmas, so every song, if I had a hammer, and we just go to some sort of fucking crime that he would commit. I don't know, but that's the only people I could ever do. I could only do people I ever worked with, club owners or something like that. But then the second I leave after the weekend, I can't fucking do them anymore.
Right. Yeah, that happens.
I wanted to be able to do impressions so bad when I started, because I could do impressions of musicians if I sang the song. Like I had a great impression of Eddie Vedder when I was in college. I had long hair, and I'd put my hat on backwards, tuck my hair by my ears, and I'd start going, even flow, and I could get into it, and everyone, you can't tell how I feel like I was strong arming my impressions. People were like, that's fucking identical, but I think it was that I committed. They felt embarrassed not to, they're like, he's really committed.
Probably looked like him too.
I did look like him. That and the guy from the B-52s. I used to do this is my impression of the lead singer of the B-52s singing Jane Says, and I go, Jane Says, done with Sergio.
Oh, wait, does this happen to you all the time, Jeff? People do bad impressions back to you, like my stupid one about a guy you never met. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. You're just like, well, I never met that guy. I'm sure that's right on point.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy for you? No,
sorry.
These are good impressions. There's no bad impression, really, is there? Sure there is.
You don't know the guy, but this is what he sounded like.
Yeah.
Hey, does that mean, can you do accents then? Like, can you do this is a perfect Russian accent, across the
Not
board?
really. I mean, it just depends. It depends. Sometimes I
remember we used to live. Well, this woman we lived next to was really talented, but she was a fucking character. She just said yeah, like it was her anxiety thing. Like you come over, you'd go to talk to her, and she'd be like, yeah, as you were talking. And my favorite one was she said, yeah, because yeah, when I was talking to her one time. She goes, yeah, because yeah. Just like, and I remember when we moved into the house, the guy who sold it said, yeah, he goes, the neighbor says yeah a lot.
It's a great disclaimer.
I dropped something here.
Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up?
In Walnut Creek, California, in the Bay Area.
Oh, so you don't.
East
so
Bay?
you kind of were born without an accent.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, California. I could say a lot.
Yeah, I feel like. I wonder if it's harder for people that are come from Texas. They're like, oh, I can just do so. Can you do? Is it inappropriate to do black dudes?
It's a good question. I don't know. I think you got to get it just right with the voice.
If you miss
otherwise,
it just
sans the makeup.
Yeah, you got to nail that. But I do East Coast. I could do this guy Ronnie. There's fucking Ronnie, dude. It's fucking just it's like sure. I used to wear pajamas until I fucking realized I don't even wear pajamas anymore. So I stopped wearing pajamas. That's it.
Do you find yourself not listening to people and you're more trying to pick up on what they're doing? Like if you really need
I don't really do it on purpose. I kind of just naturally study people, I think. And just kind of something I find myself doing. I just imagine being other people, I think. It's maybe the root of it. Wow. I'm a shapeshifter from another planet. Coming to get you. I'm coming to get you.
What's the name of your podcast?
The Jeff Richards Show.
And you just bring on a comic, but then you do the character?
That I'll basically the guys is I'm never at my own show, and each week I get a guest host, and that's like me doing an impression, and then have the guest. So the guest host interviews.
So when you were on with Harlan Williams, that's Harlan Williams, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then and like with Bill, we had Louis. I did Louis.
What if you had Louis on? Who would you do?
That's a good question. Maybe you.
Yeah, do Bill.
Let's get you down.
All you gotta do is this.
I want to learn you. I don't think I'm ready to do it right now, but this seems like the right time.
Let's hear it.
Well, there was a moment that you said, remember when I said as Louis, I said, what's your relationship with sunscreen? And you go, I don't have one. And I go, well, they have moisturizer that has built-in sunscreen. And you go, yeah, that's like shampoo when they put the conditioner and the shampoo together. It's never as good as if you just have the shampoo or you just have the conditioner on their own. Says like,
my tone is the worst.
I watched Bill's special with my girls the other night. It was really fascinating to watch because my wife is doubled over. Isla's thinks it's hilarious, and Georgia's laughing, but you can tell that her so like when he goes, women suck or something, and you can tell Georgia is 16, her social justice warrior pops up. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, God damn it, man! I bet there is an impression here. Like Bill's laugh that.
God, I hope I don't laugh like that. All right, you guys work on your impression when I'm not here. This is like fucking brutal. There's been a couple guys I've seen have done did it better than me. A couple people, like just people on the internet, like random people.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guy in Germany. My wife sent it to me, and I was just like, whoa. Like he sounded exactly like me.
Fun, right? It's fun to hear yourself, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to listen to too much of it because then you don't want to start like either leaning into what they're doing or stop doing what you're doing. You still have to kind of be yourself. But you must find that a lot. Like people like, listen, I love that you do impression. I can't listen to the one that you're doing to me. I'm totally flattered, but I can't be. Then I'm like outside of me watching me.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. You ready?
And I'm going to teach you how to do an impression of the comedian Bill Burr. So put a hat on so you look bald. Bill is so bald. Then you want to lean your head back to be even more bald. And you'll sort of know when you have the right angle. Right there, freaking hold it. Oh, I'm a German and I do impressions of comedians and I shove schnitzel down my dumb face. That's brutal. Freaking brutal. All right, not trying to be a
perfect.
That's it. It's easy.
Oh my God, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Bill, that sounds
fucking amazing. No, that guy was like, he just like carbon copied it. Like that was like the best one that, not like I watch a bunch of them, but like my wife came in going, you got to see this. And I thought he was mocking doing impressions in the beginning because his voice was so high up. And then out of nowhere, which was really a great misdirection, then he came in. I was just like, whoa. All right.
Let's see if there's an impression of me. No. My impression, I've always been insulted by an impression of me. It's always like, me, 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 me. And I'm like, I don't sound like that.
Well, you're listening to you inside your head.
Ah.
That's why. Don't you remember the first time you listened to recording yourself or recording your act? Like, I thought my voice was a lot deeper than that, or I thought I was talking a lot slower. I'm going 90 miles an hour. I feel like I sound like I took a hit of fucking helium. Yeah.
God, Jon Favreau would be a good impression. Because I feel like Jon Favreau's he's super identifiable, you know?
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau.
Favreau be hard because his energy is like really super, super chill. Like, I got to work with him a couple times, and even if there's like a stressful thing going on, he's a thinker, man. He just like super smart. and just kind of takes it in, like really like I don't know, really like measured. Like I just remember that because I aspire to be more like that rather than flying off the fucking handle like I want to with this stupid little fly that keeps going by my screen.
Yeah. So wait, how you've been doing your podcast twice a week?
No, once a week. But I think
Oh,
I'm gonna
once a
start
week.
doing it once every other week.
Yeah.
You got to work up the impression.
Yeah, it's just too much, and booking all the guests is is not easy to do and
And
stuff.
so do you script out pretty much all of your parts or get chunks of ideas, or do you just form it?
I write some questions. There's a couple people help me with the questions, Kelly Kirsten, a couple people, and I get the questions, put on the board, some keywords, and then I just try not to go to the questions right away. Like with Bill, I don't think we even got into a question until halfway through or something.
Oh no, he was amazing. He was just riffing the whole time.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
I
Show
can't
me
do-
what? Show
There it
me
is.
blood vessels.
That's what it is. It's back. I was going up. It's back.
He doesn't move anything but the elbow, just about 2 inches. 2 inches on the elbow. And he just this. Show me laundry mat.
How often, like how many times did you watch The Feud before you got that down? You just start looking at the manner. I mean, dude, that's like really like high level acting. I feel like those impressions because I remember the first time Joe DeRosa told me how he watched this thing on John Travolta, and he showed how each of these different iconic characters he did, how they walked. And I was like, he does the walks. Every fucking thing I've ever done, the guy walked exactly like me, right? And the fact that character actors and impressionists that you guys get all the way, like it's unreal. It's like you fucking zip up just somebody else. I don't know how you guys do that shit. My hat's off to you to show you my bald head.
Thank you. You ever do that?
Never do that.
You ever do that? I think you just kind of get into it and just because you don't have time to think. With this show, you don't have time to think, and you're trying to throw me off. So all my friends coming on there, they're all trying to throw me off, right? So you got that challenge of it, and it's just fun though. I just really
I wasn't trying to throw you off. I but
in a good way. But in a good way,
okay.
you're playing with me,
Oh, okay.
right? So it's like, you're trying to get me to break,
I got one. Can I throw out a scenario and a guy, and maybe you can do it?
Try it.
Can you do Dustin Hoffman if he was working security at the Capitol when all those lunatics came in to break in? They're breaking the windows.
Oh shit. This is Dustin Hoffman. Can you hear me? Coming in loud. It's Dustin Hoffman. SOS. We got a meltdown, baby. Yeah. They're coming up the steps. Some of them are painted. Some of them got sticks. Some of them got little tasers. I don't know what to do. Yeah, bitch. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go around the corner and wait. I'll be around the corner. If you need me.
Dustin Hoffman kind of sounds like Barry Katz a little bit.
Well, it is what it is. Yeah. You want me to give you manager advice? Get out of the business. Get out of the business. Get out while you can.
Did you ever hear Brewer does the best Barry Katz?
Oh, do they?
Were you rep by Barry, Jeff, at one point?
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, Brewers does that. I'll tell you what, in all honesty, I do the best Barry Katz, but you have to have enough mind fucks from Barry to get it.
All right, let me hear it.
Okay, so
then I'll do mine. Everybody does a Barry.
So this is how Barry always talked to me. Okay, so Jeff, you play me, and I'll be Barry. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Barry.
Hey, Papa, hold on. Bear with me for a second. All right. Hey, did you drink last night?
Yeah. A little bit. Why is that bad? I I drink.
That's my impression, because I would melt down every time. I'd be like, yeah, I was drinking. I mean, we got some weed and a little bit of Coke. Jesus Christ, Barry, what do you want? I'm fucking.
It's that technique of when you don't say anything to someone, they just let them melt down.
Yeah, he wouldn't say a fucking word. He'd just sit on the other end of the phone, and I was like, is he still there?
Dude, I remember taking a meeting with that guy, and on his coffee table, he had a book on mind control, just right out there in the open.
Let me
He
hear
used to always call me up. He used to call me up like 2 months after I left him a message on something important when he was managing me, and he'd be like, "Yeah, Bill, this is Barry Katz calling. I'm returning your phone call from the Carter administration." He did that joke every fucking time, from the Carter administration. Listen, I'm all over it, covering it. Okay, they decided to pass, but don't worry, you're gonna be a big star. Okay, Papa. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. And then I wouldn't talk to him again for like fucking 6 months. And I'd call him like a month after that. Wouldn't hear him for 4 months. Hey, this is Barry Katz calling you back from the Carter administration. He did the same fucking joke every time.
Oh,
You're incredibly talented, and you have abilities that I want to be able to exploit in Hollywood. I want you to give yourself to me, and I'll make you powerful. Good night. I'm still waiting around the bed yet.
I would
Make sure when you get the check tonight at the college gig, you don't open it up. It's made out to me, and I'm going to pay you off my own check. You're going to be a big star. You're going to be a big star.
No, the thing I love about Bert, he loves the pressure.
Got it.
I'll tell you what, man, for as much as everyone shits on Barry, and I'm right now, Barry's going, people shit on me. He gave me some of those most moving speeches, the most moving fucking, like, just his cadence could get into my head. Tappy Yamashiro, I want to tell you a story about Hideo Nomo. Do you know who that is? Can I tell you what's great? Can I tell you what's great? Is it was one of the best speeches I've ever gotten. Hideo Nomo, I guess, gets traded to the fucking Red Sox or whatever, and because he hasn't done anything. In the first game out, he throws a no-hitter. Do you know why he threw a no-hitter? They didn't see him coming, Papa. No one expected anything from him. That's why you're going to go in and you're going to book this fucking part. You're going to show Les Moonves that you're a motherfucking rock star. And then I booked the goddamn part, and I'm talking to someone like 6 years later. I'm telling him about Barry Katz, and I started to tell the story, and he goes, "You got the Hideo Nomo speech too?" I went, "Fuck!" Oh.
I remember one time he fucked me out of money. He owed it for me for so long. When they came to pay me back, I didn't know what they were talking about. I just keep the fucking money. I don't give a shit. What is it, $75? I did some hell gig for you in New Hampshire. Buddy, you're trying to make it right. I'm trying to make it right. Well, Barry, what if you didn't make it? You would have left with my money. Stop. I mean, now that you fucking got all this money.
I was protecting
Boston
our
guys.
money.
You fucking Boston guys, man. You fucking
Boston guys.
No, I love Barry. I did his podcast one time, and I just shit on him for fucking an hour and a half, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody enjoy it more. He was dying laughing.
I listened to that podcast. That was a good podcast.
We had a great time. I love Barry. I wouldn't be in business. I wouldn't open a fucking lemonade stand with him. That was a joke I said, but I'll fucking hang out with him in a second. I love Barry.
I wouldn't open a lemonade stand.
Oh, no. Buddy, I don't know what happened. I came here, all of a sudden the lemons were gone. We don't have any more money. I'm sorry. Can you get rid of this stand for me? You're a rock star, Papa. You're going to be a big star. I'll see you later.
Someone told me I forget.
Earl Campbell got traded to the Saints. Bum Phillips had used him up. He had no hips left. His career ended there. That's what's going to happen to you here tonight. Your career's going to fucking end if you do that fucking joke. Sorry.
Was it Brewer? Brewer told me, and this was like the best, especially like when you're young, when you were a young client of Barry's. He's like, Papa, how about the Grammys? You want to go? And you're like, yeah, did they invite me? He's like, yeah, of course. So when you get there, they're going to have you put on a waiter's suit. Listen, here's the deal. You're going to wait tables for the first 30 minutes, and then they're going to get you a seat.
That's funny.
He's a character. It's people that are characters are easy to kind of, like, I don't think Barry's aware that he sounds like that even.
He doesn't sound like that. I'm doing a bad impression of Brewer's amazing impression of him. I don't know. I'm a one-trick pony. I can just get mad at inanimate shit.
Half your fucking impressions.
All right. Well, where can it's so weird to end these podcasts because nobody has any fucking gigs anymore. The Jeff Richards Show. I imagine you can see it on Apple and all your streaming devices.
Yeah. Just if you go to thejeffrichardshow.com, take you from there, and YouTube and Spotify and all those things. Yeah.
All right. Last question.
Yeah.
Your favorite impression growing up?
To do?
No, just that you saw somebody do. Like when I was growing up, I loved Vinnie Barbarino and Ted Baxter. Were my two favorite.
Oh, it's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you got the stock market beat. Denny, why did you mow my lawn?
No. When he was on Mary Tyler Moore, I worked with the guy who had that fucking laugh in the way up top and then coming down. It was just fucking bananas. So what about you when you were growing up? Like, what were the ones?
Phil Hartman.
Phil
Hartman and Dana Carvey ones. I loved those guys. Like Frank Sinatra and all of Dana Carvey stuff. I really zoned in on him as being like the one I wanted to try to be like the most.
Really?
I think out of I think on the Mount, he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Okay, Belushi, Eddie, Dana Carvey, and I don't know, maybe Will Ferrell or something like that.
Yeah. So many good ones.
There's too many good ones, and I didn't name any women there, so now I'm going to get shit. What about the ladies?
Maria Villasenor is really great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sherry O'Terry.
Sherry O'Terry was great.
Rachel Dratch is a sleeper. I've always said the women.
Debbie Downer is one of the funniest characters ever.
Is the funniest fucking. I mean,
it's official. I can't have kids. And that's just like what? Yeah.
I got to say this before I forget. The guy who does all the deep fakes, Scott Welsh, is doing the deep fakes for a very reasonable price, and it's awesome.
Oh, for yours?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to need to pay someone to do some deep fakes of me to say some really outlandish shit to cover all the regular outlandish shit I said.
I'm not going to lie to you. When you said his name, I thought he was an SNL cast member, so I just went like, oh, yeah. No clue what you're talking about. All right, we got to wrap this.
I'll be readily waiting for your Rogan impression.
Okay. Fake. Start incubating.
All right, we got to wrap this thing up, everybody. Yeah, dude, I when this fucking thing is finally over, you know what I mean? Thank God for Schwarzenegger. Jesus Christ, did you see the logic this guy's like tweeting out? Just fucking, just Google it, because I don't want to read it and ruin it. Because he just put it perfectly of why you should be listening to doctors. Hopefully, you listen to doctors. All right. Anyway. We have the wonderful Jeff Richards here, everybody. This has been another amazing episode of The Bill
Bert.
Podcast. All right, please check out the Jeff Richards Show on all your streaming networks. Is that how you say it? All right, we'll see you next week.
बुझिन के ले जाइबो मोर मुस्कान हो सेनुरा होते दान हो हमके जो दिन परान हो सेनुरा होते दान हो हमके जो दिन परान हो.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to need to pay someone to do some deep fakes of me to say some really outlandish shit to cover all the regular outlandish shit I said.
I'm not going to lie to you. When you said his name, I thought he was an SNL cast member, so I just went like, oh, yeah. No clue what you're talking about. All right, we got to wrap this.
I'll be readily waiting for your Rogan impression.
Okay.
Deep fake.
Start incubating.
All right, we got to wrap this thing up, everybody. Yeah, dude, I when this fucking thing is finally over, you know what I mean? Thank God for Schwarzenegger. Jesus Christ, did you see the logic this guy's like tweeting out? Just fucking, just Google it, because I don't want to read it and ruin it. Because he just put it perfectly of why you should be listening to doctors. Hopefully, you listen to doctors. All right. Anyway. We have the wonderful Jeff Richards here, everybody. This has been another amazing episode of the Bill
Bert
Podcast. All right, please check out the Jeff Richards Show on all your streaming networks. Is that how you say it? All right, we'll see you next week.